This is a demonstration on the MLA Annotated Bibliography. Not all students are required to write an annotated bibliography before the research paper. So if it's not required of you, you can skip this video. So by now you have collected a number of sources for your research paper. You have requested books from the library catalog. You have requested or printed full-text articles from research databases like Gale. You have searched the eBrary for ebooks. And if your instructor approves it, you have scoured the web for authoritative sources. Now you have to organize your information into an annotated bibliography. An annotated bibliography has two main parts: the citation, which is the part that will later make it into your works cited page, and the annotation. This is a paragraph that summarizes and evaluates each source. We'll go into the annotation in greater depth in a moment, but first let me make some points about basic formatting. Always remember, in both the annotated bibliography and the works cited page, the citations are organized alphabetically. Typically, the author's name will start the citation, but if there is no author, start with the title of the piece. So this one has no author, but as you can see, the next one does. For more information about formatting your citations, please watch part 4 of this video series on the works cited page. So secondly, each citation must have an annotation. The annotated bibliography will alternate between the citation and the annotation. The annotation is a 100 to 200 word paragraph, which is written in your own words, that's really important, that addresses some or all of the following questions. First, you'll just want to do an overall rhetorical analysis of the piece. Check out the audience, the purpose, the voice, tone, persona, and the medium of your source. Next, ask yourself, what is the relevance and the importance of this source? Is it timely, controversial, focused on matters related to your research project? Are the results significant? And, of course, is the argument persuasive? Also talk about the authority of the researchers. Where do they work or study? Is the source published by a credible company, or is it peer-reviewed by other researchers? This is a really important observation to make in your annotation because the quality of the research is only as good as the person or group that publishes it. Please be really picky about the authority of your sources. Also talk about the findings of your source and the research methods being used. Are the researchers employing appropriate research methodologies? And are the methodologies fairly standard? So there are a number of different research methodologies out there. Methodology just describes the method by which a researcher gathers information. But there are two main camps to methodology. There is qualitative research and quantitative research. Quantitative, related to the word quantity, refers to the analysis of data using statistics and other mathematical models. This can be pretty reliable research because it's often conducted in a very rigorous manner, and it's reviewed by other experts in the field. Qualitative research, on the other hand, uses methods that some might call less scientific, but they are more descriptive and colorful. These methods can include observation, experience, anecdote, and interviews. It's a good idea to vary the methodologies used by the various sources in your paper. Last, it's important to include your own assessment of the source. Is it well done? What is its overall quality? And what are its potential limitations? As I said before, the annotation can be between 100 and 200 words, but not all annotations will necessarily be the same length. A book, for example, will probably require a longer evaluation than a one-page article. Also, your instructor may require a specific length for each annotation, so be sure to ask. To have the easiest time with formatting, I suggest you create your annotated bibliography following these steps. First, get your citations down first. Be sure to order them in alphabetical order. And then adjust the citations so that they have a hanging indent. That's where the top line hangs over farther to the left from the secondary lines of each citation. This enables your reader to find a source more easily when scanning the page. To do the hanging indent, please watch part 4 of the series on the Works Cited page. So after you've put in your citations, you can type or paste each annotation one by one. So I've copied my first annotation and I'm going to paste it beneath the citation. So far, so good. But I need to align my annotation with the second line of the citation. So I'm going to highlight the text and then drag it over so it lines up with that second line. Oops. And here you have it, a finished annotated bibliography in the MLA style. For more help with the annotated bibliography, you can do a Google search for OWL MLA Annotated Bibliography. This takes you to the Purdue University's online writing lab, an excellent source for all things MLA. Here's a page about the annotated bibliography with lots of information. Of course, also be sure to stay in close contact with your instructor.